Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. It's been a while since we've done a video. We've just been crazy busy, so we haven't really been doing anything on any of the cars. But I'm going to do something today on the Bentley Mulsanne S. And what we're going to do today is the spheres for the brakes and the suspension. What we found is you're supposed to be able to pump the brake on this about 30 times, and the light shouldn't come on to say that it's got low pressure. You pump this one about 10 to 15 and it comes straight on. And it also takes a long time to for the light to go off if it's been sitting for a while. As well as that, the suspension seems to not sit quite level. I don't know if it's anything to do with these spheres, but I'm going to change them and see if it makes a difference anyway. So we've got them. There's about 140 quid. I've got them in the box here. We've got the strap and stuff to try and change them. This is the first time I've done this. I'm going to be doing it without really knowing what I'm doing, as usual. So I think first we've got to pump the pedal to get rid of any pressure in the system so the light comes on. So we'll do that first, and then I believe there's a bleed nipple underneath somewhere that we've got to open up to let out any of the excess mineral oil or LHM plus. So first things first, let's pump the pedal and get rid of any excess pressure. Right, so I'll drive the side of the car under here. It'd be better if it was jacked up, but I haven't jacked up. You can see where I've let a bit of the fluid out there. The floor. With a spanner. And a valve that's up there. Just up under there. We can let the fluid out. Make sure your tub's underneath it. As you can see, the car's dropping. So that should hopefully let all the pressure out the system. So I want to take the spheres off. It's not going to blow up in my face. So we'll just let that drain out. And I'll close that up and we'll get into the boot and start to strip it down to get the spheres out of there. So there we go. I've locked that back off, and it was either the 10 or the 11. I think it was the 11mm. So now I've got to get into the boot. I'll clean my hands and we'll start stripping this back out to get to the spheres that are in the back of there, and we can pull them out. So in the back of there, on this one we've got a couple of catches here. That one's fell out, that one's undone, and I think we can move that out of the way and drop this down like so. Oh, we've got a ECU type arrangement here with all plugs on it. I don't know what that's about. It's got a Lucas relay in it. Oh, full bottle of LHM plus, which is all you need. Josh, yeah. It's got a full bottle of LHM in the back of here, I found. Yeah, and it's got a puncher kit and a shitload of tools. Oh, yeah, like on a shelf, in a hidden shelf. Oh, madness. So the spheres are there. You can see one just in there. So we've got to apparently get this out of the way. I don't know if it's screwed, you know, if it'll just drop down under, and dismantle this, get that off, and then we can get to that one. And then we've got one up there as well, behind this piece of wood, which I don't know how it's stuck, we'll find out. So, up in this corner here, where the isolator was, there's two little 8mm holding it on. Went into the back of there, if you can see that. And everybody I've watched takes all this isolator switch off and everything, but you can get to them and leave that on and just pull it down, it seems like. So what I'm going to do now is get my strap wrench on there and see if I can get it moving. I mean, it's got this pipe that's in the way. Just can't get to nothing. Right side did one side. Absolute nightmare, let me show you. Right side, I beat the crap out of it with a chisel and hammer. So it's like that in the car. And I had to whack it, you can see the, obviously with the chisel to turn it around. And I could get it out, it's pissing out, and I could just get it through the gap. Just get it through. That gap there. Pushed it through there, round the corner, screwed it in with the seal on. So now I've got to do the same. This side, but there's a bit of woods in the way. Looks like this one might have done before. But we've got a cable here that's in the way as well. Christ knows what that's to. Maybe the aerial or something. But that's sort of sitting in the way. But this has all been cable tied on here, which wouldn't have been done at the factory. So it's been undone, so it could have been moved and cable tied back. But now we've got this here. I don't know what it's to. But it's in the pissing way, I know that much. Okay. So what I'm doing is putting the chisel up on there and just whacking it. It's already started to move around. Just whacking it around until it comes loose and I can get off with my hand. But I can't do it whilst holding the camera. Oh, sorry, it's damn slippy. So now it's undone. And I can just twist it off. Oh, try my other hand. You have to lie in the boot. Oh, this seems to be eating something, this one. I don't know what it's eating, but it's eating something that's stopping it going round. Oh, you know, I know what it is. It's the lump that I've caused from chiseling it. Is that lump on the top there? That is eating the car as it's going round. Oh, Christ. I might be able to lift it up as it gets to that bit anyway. I'm going to need two hands though. Let's see if I can get it to go round. Right, I've got a foil. I'm going to try and foil the lip that I've created on the top of there. That lip, you can see just there, shining silver. Haha, it's out. I've just got it through that gap. Oh, God. So it was that chisel mark that was sticking on the floor. So as you can see, I just foiled it off. And then it started spinning around without a problem. So now to get the other one in. That seal has to be seated, so it's best to seat the seal apparently inside the actual mount. Right, I'll get my LHM, my special in there, and I'm filling up the LHM reservoirs. You can see what it says there when it's full, you can see when it's empty. Add 500ml if it's down there. I've got a litre here. And it's difficult to see, but you can see the green thing there coming up. So obviously we've let quite a bit out. We've lost quite a bit that was in the balls as well, so in the spheres. So we've had half a litre in one and half a litre in the other. I'm hoping that that's enough. We have got another half a litre here because we use it on push bikes as mineral oil for the brakes. So we're just letting that pour in, and we're going to start the car in a sec, and we're hoping that it rises and rises level. And what we also want is the brake, once it's done what it's got to do and pump them spheres full, we're hoping that the brake indicator, the brake pressure indicator goes off pretty instantly when you start the car. We're just going to let that have the last bit of that in there. Right, the moment of truth. Let's start it and hope it rises. So you can see how low it is on the back there. And what we want is for that to go off pretty sharpish. Obviously I think it's got to build pressure to begin with, because it's had no pressure. Let's give it a bit of a rev. And it has gone off. Are we going up? Nothing's very, very slowly, it's rising. It's definitely coming up. Yeah, you can see it. So it's coming up off the bump stops, and it did go out very, very quickly compared to what it normally would, and obviously it did have to redo the system. So what I might do is leave it running for a minute or so, then top these up, make sure they're definitely going up in them. That's definitely come up. Let's see where we are. Let's have a look in here. Make sure we got nothing coming out of that one, which is perfect. Let's see if we can see this one. That one all looks dry in there as well. So that looks like that should have worked. Yeah. It has got accumulators on the front as well, so them can be changed. But that, to be fair, that does look like it might be a bit flatter. I think it's a bit leveler than it was. So there we go, that's them done anyway. I'm going to do an oil change and then call it a day. So there you go. Please like and subscribe, and keep watching our videos. I know it's been a long time since the last one, but I'm trying to get more done. Gonna start doing stuff on the Defender. So see you next.